Yeah. Yeah. Estos no son los dominicanos de antes. Yo, they thought Edwin de los Santos was gonna be sweet. They thought de los Santos was gonna be easy. But if you subscribe to this channel, you knew he was gonna win. You probably made some money because of this channel. I've been telling everybody on Twitter, whether it be on the space or through a tweet. When I was live last time, I told you my man de los Santos is gonna knock out Rayo. And what happened? What happened? In 3 rounds, knocked them out. In 3 rounds. Come on, man. Y'all got to start giving us Dominicans. Yo, August 20th, 2022. That was the mark of Dominican boxing when the turn happened. That date right there. August 20th, 2022. Nah, my man. People want to take us Dominicans like, yo, they whack. Yo, they're going to get gassed out. Yo, they can't punch. Yo, they got no chins. Nah, my man. Not anymore. Se acabó el abuso. Se acabó el abuso. I don't want nobody ever talking to me like Dominicans are sweet in boxing. Don't ever talk to me like that. Because Rayo was just an exclamation point. In case y'all ain't get the message, August 20th, when Puello and Garcia became champion on the same day, we had to get rid of Rayo too. Yo, we making a statement this year. Dominicans are to be taken serious when we put those boxing gloves on. That's it. Don't when it's a late replacement, don't look for Dominicans. Look for another country. Because right now we knocking everything off. We knocking everything off. That's what I'm talking about, man. And yo, I'm done. This year is probably, since I've been following boxing, has been the best year in Dominican boxing. And like I said, estos no son los dominicanos de antes. That's it. Those days are over. Those days of the us having no chins and quitting in the corner and not wanting to fight. No, those days are over. And Carlos Adames coming up next. Carlos Adames coming up next. He fighting Juan Montiel, who just fought Charlo. They fighting for a WBC interim belt. And if Charlo vacates, he becomes a full champion. Or if Charlo decides to stay down, he's Charlo's mandatory. So he's gonna be getting a title shot soon. We have a Dominican fighting this Friday on the Showbox. He's fighting another undefeated fighter. I believe he's 14-1, and the other guy's like 15-0. And what I'm telling you, that guy's gonna knock out that undefeated fighter. Yo, that's it. These Dominicans, they are not to be played with. These days, those days of us being the butt of the joke are over. Those days are absolutely over. I don't want to hear nobody come, oh, yeah, but he Dominican. Yeah, he Dominican. I tell Rayo how Dominican he. Yo, y'all saw how Rayo was reacting in the first round to jabs? Rayo looked like he got hit with a fucking block, a brick. He was like, oh. And then he dropped. I like when he dropped De Los Santos. He thought he was doing something. 20 seconds later, his ass was fucking twerking and then fell on the floor because my man was hitting him with those hands, man. Yo, listen. I was telling everybody who would listen to me, Edwin de los Santos is going to knock him out. And I got receipts. I got receipts because I put up money. I put up money. I put my money where my mouth is. Anybody could talk, oh, you picked him, but no. I put $50 because I'm not a crazy gambler. So for those who be like, oh, yeah, you just only put 50. I don't bet a lot of money because I'm a responsible gambler. And honestly, I barely gamble. But when I do, it's low bets like that. And I won $275 off that 50. So that lets you know he was an underdog. I knew this was going to happen. And anybody who would ask me, and I had people who were like legit gamblers DMing me, I was like, listen, because I don't give gambling advice. I said, hey, this is where I'm putting my money. And I have research from all the Dominicans I talked to, because that's exactly what happened. I picked up the phone, and y'all know I'm connected in the Dominican community. So don't be like, oh, he probably lying. Y'all seen the interviews I get. I picked up the phone, made a few phone calls. All of them, of the Dominicans I talked to told me, yo, De Los Santos is going to knock this dude out. I'm like, what? Why? Yo, bro, this dude's power is like legendary. Listen, the reason why I was so confident De Los Santos was going to win was because De Los Santos the way they were telling me, it was like, yo, this guy can punch a hole through a brick wall. That's the way they were telling me. They were like, they could. I'm like, damn, he could hit that hard. No, you don't understand, bro. He hit so hard. He hit so hard. That's how they kept stressing it to me. And then, when we used to go on these tournaments, he would be the only amateur knocking people out. And if you guys know amateur boxing, knockouts in amateur boxing, that's just not a thing that usually happens. And he was the only one that was getting knockouts in the amateurs. So they were telling me, yo, this guy can crack. Honestly, the way they made it seem was like he has Hall of Fame power. They did not say that. I don't want to, but the way they made it seem was like he punches that hard that he can be a Hall of Famer just off power. And I was like, all right, if you guys are that confident, I'm gonna make that pick. And you know who really sold me on it? Carlos Adames. Shout out to my man El Caballo Bronco. Carlos Adames was the one like, man, you gotta understand this dude is nice. He can punch. He's one of our best boxers. It's just, if he comes in shape, if the taking the fight on short notice, didn't affect him, he can easily knock this dude out because how hard he hits. This is what he told me. I was like, he was the one who sold me. I was like, you know what? I'm going all in. I'm going in the deep end. And I picked Edwin de los Santos. Shout out to Edwin de los Santos. This is a big, big moment for him. He took this fight on short notice and knocked out one of the hottest boxing prospects in all of boxing. I spoke to Steven Espinoza, the head of Showtime Sports, and I asked him, what prospect are you highest on? You know what he told me? Jose Rayo Valenzuela. So the head of Showtime is now aware of Edwin de los Santos because the prospect he was high on just got dusted in 3. Wasn't even a match. Get him out of here. That's it. I don't want to hear Rayo's name no more. When you talk Rayo, be like, yo, the guy that Edwin de los Santos knocked out, that's how we're referring to him. Because my man need to get that hype. That hype Rayo was getting, I want Edwin de los Santos to get. That's it. Now, and I'm on one. Yes, I'm on one. I'm hyped. Because people like to joke on Dominicans. Oh, like we always been the punchline in boxing. Those days are over. The last time you could make a punchline joke was August 19th, 2022. Or as soon as August 20th came and we got 2 champions in one day, we stopped being the punchline of Dominican of boxing. Excuse me. We stopped being the punchline of boxing August 20th. That's it. No, I don't want to hear no more jokes. Because you can end up like Rayo. Your favorite fighter can end up like Rayo. Fucking dancing all over it. You thought my man was dancing reggaeton. You thought my man was doing the crump the way he was wobbling in that ring. My man Edwin de los Santos can crack, and he proved it. And guess what, guys? He's only 22 years old. 22. So he has all the time to develop. And he's in one of the hottest divisions in boxing. PBC, they got Tank, they got Isaac Cruz, they got Michelle Rivera. Who else they got? And even if you want to say like, all right, the lightweight landscape, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Loma, you got Devin Haney, you got William Zepeda, you got Jojo Diaz. This is a hot division. He is in the perfect position to have good fights. And if he moves up to 140, that's another hot division. He is in the perfect position, and he just beat one of the hottest prospects, the prospect that Steven Espinoza was highest on. So I'm really, really excited, man. I'm really, really excited as to what the future holds for him and what the future holds for Dominican boxing. Again, we got another Dominican fighting on Friday. This Friday, hold on. And by the way, I got a cool story about, I'm a screen share, so I got a cool story about the guy who's fighting this Friday, excuse me, on the ShowBox. I'm gonna show y'all who he is, his name and all that, so you guys can be familiar with him. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story about the interaction me and him had. So there we go. All right, let me screen share so I can tell you this story real quick. So I met this guy in Florida. I met this guy in Florida. Frenzy Fortunato Saya. I met him. He's 13-1 with 10 knockouts. That one loss was a really, really close fight in a knockout drag-out fight where he had in Argentina. But he's fighting Bernard Angelo Torres, who's 16-0. So he came up to me in Florida. And I'm gonna keep his face up so you guys can see him. He came up to me in Florida. Yo, Elvis Rodriguez actually was like, yo, you got to interview this guy. That's what Elvis told me. And I told Elvis, I'm like, yeah, but who is this? What's his name? I never seen this guy fight. He's like, oh, you know, so I introduced him, blah, 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 blah. We exchanging, we exchanging Instagrams and stuff like that. And he told me, yo, I'm fighting on Showtime Friday. And he pulled out his phone. And he was like, look, he showed me a picture of his date. And I was like, you know what? You want me to interview you? He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I see you do what you do for Dominican boxing. I'm going to be on your channel. I told him, when on that date, meaning this Friday, and guess what? I'll interview you. So this guy, Frenzy Fortunato Saya, if he wins on this Friday, he will be getting an interview with Broadway Joel. So, you know, that's a cool story because, again, that's somebody that saw value in me and now wants to be on my channel. And I told him there is a way to get on our channel. And by the way, Edwin de los Santos interview coming soon. If you doubting that, you must not know I'm the voice of Dominican boxing. Edwin de los Santos coming on this channel soon. But that's neither here nor there. Hold on, I want to answer a question. One of my Spanish-speaking brothers. Una pregunta, ¿por qué tú no haces contenido para los latinos? Porque no todos hablamos inglés. So what he's asking is, why don't I make my content in Spanish? Because not everybody speaks English. So, because the thing is, if we want, let me say it in Spanish. El problema es que los dominicanos que viven en el exterior a veces no van a comprar tickets, no quieren apoyar. Entonces, yo estoy haciendo los contenidos para los dominicanos que están viviendo en Estados Unidos, porque esos son los que van a comprar tickets. Y también el contenido, yo tengo muchos mexicanos, muchos colombianos, americanos que están viendo esto. ¿Tú me entiendes? Que no hablen inglés, a veces digo español. Entonces, pero yo lo que voy a hacer una vez a la semana, porque tú me lo dijiste, una vez a la semana, voy a intentar todos los sábados hacer uno de estos en vivo, solo en español. Para ti, el chucho. El chuchu. So basically what I just said is, you know, I try to make the content for the Dominican Americans because these are the ones living in America. These are the ones that probably gonna buy tickets, and that's what we need. That's the reason for my page, man. We need to support our Dominican fighters, and I make my content in English. And plus, I don't only got Dominicans listening. I got Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Americans. I got everybody, and most of my audience already speaks English. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have I'm gonna try to have a segment called Spanish Saturdays, where every Saturday I go live, but it's strictly Spanish. I might start that next week. But yeah. Yo, I looked for you last night as soon as the knockout happened. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, my Twitter was going crazy. My Twitter, I think I gained 75 followers on Twitter. 75 fighters on Twitter. Followers on Twitter just off a one win. Look, shout out. Look, Christian Garcia. I improved my English here. Yo, so I'm over here. This is the type of impact Broadway Joel is happening. This dude is a loyal follower, I'm assuming, a boxing fan. I see the Dominican flag and I see a boxer there. So a Dominican boxing fan who probably English was suspect. He comes on my channel. He hears me speaking English and he's learning. This is something I didn't even intend to do, but it's happening organically. So shout out to Christian Garcia and I hope your English gets better. Mi hermano, de nada, porque yo sé que tú me quieres dar la gracia. De nada, mi hermano. You know what? Listen, I probably got a lot of people that want to call in. A lot of people that want to call in because hold on one second. Because this is a big night for us. Hold on. I'm gonna pin the link to the top of the chat. And if anybody wants to call in and have a conversation with me, you know you're more than welcome to, because I'm hot. I'm on one. And I really want my Dominicans to call in. If you Dominican, please call in, because I want to hear some hype dudes call in and express to me just how big they thought this win was for us, because I know I was going crazy watching this. So anybody who wants to call in and have a conversation with me, want to express to me how happy they were, or even if you just want to call in just to chop it up and talk boxing, click that link that's pinned to the top of the chat. It'll take you to StreamYard. You type in your information, and then we can have a conversation. So hit that link, and definitely, I'm excited as to see if I could get some callers in. Oh, okay. Claro, mío, gracias, porque soy, I'm assuming he meant fanático, porque soy fanático y aquí tiene tu gente que te escuchan. Oye, mi hermano, como te dije, a partir del sábado que viene, yo me voy a poner un vivo en español estrictamente para ti. Pero tú tienes, mira, el sábado te quiero ver. No me hagas poner una vaina en español y tú no estás ahí. Ponte, este es el sábado que viene, yo voy a estar en vivo y quiero verte a ti. El chuchu, te quiero ver. Oíste, mi hermano. I just told him that he says, like, thanks, he's a fan, but, he wants to support, but he can't really understand the language. And I told him, listen, I'm going to start going live on Saturdays, Spanish Saturdays. But I better see him on here. Because if I'm doing this for people that can't speak Spanish or shit like that, then make sure you pull up. Don't have me on here live with just 3 viewers. Have me on here live with 100, 200. But yo, guys, what did you make of Edwin de los Santos' performance? Yo, from the first round, people were telling me, whoa. Hold on. Joel, why your chest looking a little swole this morning? Man, I'm hyped. That's why. I'm hyped. It's there you go. Shout out to my man James Valdez. Just came in to smash the like button. Absolutely. And everybody should hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, smack yourself first and then hit the subscribe button. Because yeah. Nah, but anybody who wants to call in, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Also, super chats are appreciated. If you made money due to Broadway Joel's advice, even if you missed out on money, you were gonna bet, but you didn't listen to me and you feel stupid for not betting, send me a super chat anyways, because that's what you get. That should be your punishment. Send me $5 to $10 for your punishment for not listening to Broadway. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys this guy was gonna win by knockout. And by the way, I gotta clip that. I gotta clip that video part and put it up on my Twitter and Instagram, because nobody was trying to listen to me. Yo, you should hear the kind of conversation I was getting on these Twitter spaces. Like I was a clown. Come on, man. He gonna knock this dude out. Yo, I'm so petty. I bookmarked all the comments I got on Twitter. Them telling me Rayo and 6. Oh, this is easy work. And today, as soon as I woke up in the morning, I quote retweeted every single one of these tweets. Yo, what happened? Yo, I thought this was going to be an easy knockout. Yo, se acabó el abuso. Estos no son los dominicanos de antes. Yo, I know my Dominicans, they out here running around with their chest up. So HLD, you asking why I'm looking with my chest up? Yeah, because we just knocked somebody out. My people just knocked somebody out. And we came to get respect in the boxing game. When you hear about a Dominican, make sure you do your research before you sign that contract. I don't care if it's on. Look, Chris Colbert, he thought it was sweet. He thought Hector Garcia with 3 weeks' notice wasn't going to be able to beat him. Dropped him, had him running around. Oh, Edwin de los Santos, 3 weeks' notice. Knocked him out in 3. That's how we doing it. I don't care if it's on short notice. I don't care if he had a full training camp. If you see this flag and his box rec, be very, very careful when you sign that contract. After August 20th, it got dangerous. It got very, very dangerous after August 20th for fighters who are facing Dominicans. And I would tell Tank, stay away from Michelle. Yeah, these Dominicans, they're not coming to play no more. That's it. Tank, you a great fighter. Very fast. A lot of power. Listen, Dominicans, there's something special happening in this 2022. You want to end the year out in December? Make sure you don't end the year out in a loss by fighting Michelle Rivera. Trust me. Trust me. I was once famous for sparring Teofimo. Who am I? Damn, bro. Damn, that's how we're gonna know Rayo as a former Teofimo sparring partner. That's hilarious. Yo, Drew, you a hater, by the way. I see you in the chat. Dímelo, Joel, que lo que, mi hermano? Yo, what's going on, Guido? You know, I'm out here. You know, I came here to talk my shit. De Los Santos knocked out one of the hottest prospects in boxing on an undercard. Yo, by the way, let's talk about that undercard. Yo, that stadium was pretty full. I want to know how many people were there. It was definitely like 12, 15,000 people. That looked like a sold-out crowd. So, not only did De Los Santos score a big knockout, like that was a big knockout in general. He also did it in front of a lot of people, you know. So I'm interested as to seeing just how good his just how big he gets off this win. You know, where does he go next? Because listen, everybody, oh, do you think Rayo take a rematch? Do you think he wants to face that again? He got destroyed. He got beat up. He got dropped twice. Like he don't want none of that smoke. He don't want none of that smoke. So he's not gonna rematch him. I'm interested. Look, he's 22 years old. He's on the PBC side. Do they give him the Isaac Cruz diet where they have him face like a Gamboa or the guy he just fought Ramirez, or do they move him tough? Do they give him a Isaac Cruz next, or I'm trying to think of a Rolly? I don't know. Do they give him these tough fights, or do they move him slow because they see potential in him and they want to develop him? I have no idea, but I like this. I like where Dominican boxing is going. Yo, listen, we got from 130 to 140. We got fighters. 130, we got Garcia. 135, we got Michelle Rivera and Edwin de los Santos. 140, we got Puello and Elvis Rodriguez. You know, then 160, we got Carlos Adames. 126, Luis Reynaldo Nunez is coming up. A lot of people sleeping on him. He's a good fighter. Yeah, y'all gotta put notice on us. Y'all gotta put a lot of notice on us Dominicans. Hold on. Tank versus Puello in December. I can see that happening. I wouldn't advise anybody to fight Dominicans right now because listen, we hot. We hot right now. I wouldn't advise Tank to do that. Bro, De Los Santos' power surprised me. He was hurting Rayo every time he touched him. And that's exactly what I was getting from when I was calling these people. People were telling me, yo, his power is nothing to play with. And that's it. Oh, my man A-Side Boxing Talk. Broadway, I picked Rayo in 4, and I was wrong. Long live Dominican boxing. Shout out to my man A-Side Boxing. That's my man Truth. So if you're not familiar with him, get familiar with him, man. He puts up a lot of good content in his YouTube channel. So shout out to A-Side Boxing Talk. And Truth, you're more than welcome to click that link on the top of the chat, and we can have a conversation if you want. If you're on the go, I totally understand. My man Michael Blunt, little bro. What's going on, little bro? Bro hit Rayo so hard he twisted his ankle. Yo, you would have thought he was taking salsa lessons the way he was like. My man De Los Santos caught him. Bah! He was like, my man was trying to dance side. I was like, hey, yo, only thing was missing with maracas in his hand. My man was jiggly. My man, his legs was jello. So, yeah, man, he gonna be known for that power. This ain't gonna be the last big name he knock out. Trust me, that power is different. When I saw Rayo looking like he got hit by a fucking brick when he was just getting hit with jabs, that let me know from the first round that Rayo was in trouble. I knew from the first round that one. And by the way, that second round, that might be round of the year. Fucking Edwin de los Santos get dropped. 20 seconds later, he drops Rayo. That was an exciting second round, man. So I'm very happy with how he looked. I'm very happy with how he performed. Edwin be sparring Richard KOing too. I bet they just be throwing straight haymakers in them sessions. Yeah, and you know what's funny? He be coming to Brooklyn to spar De Los Santos. So I gotta find out what gym he be going to so I could pull up. Because me and him, I need to shake that guy's hand, man. He need to be aware of who I am, man. Yeah. Why did the ref take away a point? Was that ever explained? Well, he did when he dropped Rayo. When he dropped Rayo, they took a point away due to the fact that he hit him while he was down. And I want to say he did hit him while he was down. I didn't have a problem with them taking a point. And he knocked him out anyway. So I'm not disappointed. I'm not upset. He knocked him out anyways. Man, I was sad watching Rayo yesterday. I thought he could be the next best lightweight. You know what? You should be happy now. You just saw the next best lightweight in Edwin de los Santos. Be sad. No disrespect. I don't know if you are or not, but you kind of look Mexican. So no disrespect to your countrymen. I know you know, Rayo's your guy, and you're a little bit upset. But just remember, the guy who knocked him out, in a few years, he's going to be the next best lightweight. The same way you thought Rayo was going to be that, just know De Los Santos is going to be that next. But you know what's funny? You know who I do want to see Edwin de los Santos in against next? I want to see him in against William Foster, because if you guys remember, he's not undefeated, Edwin de los Santos. Edwin de los Santos fought on Showbox against William Foster. They were both undefeated. De los Santos won like the first 3-4 rounds. And then guess what? The Dominican curse kicked in. And he got gassed. And then you know what happened? He won. He ended up losing a decision because he was too gassed to fight back and to win the fight. So once that happened, a lot of people were low on De Los Santos. I heard a lot of rumors. I'm not going to repeat on live, but a lot of rumors was going on in the camp. And so yeah, there was a lot of rumors, coming out, and a lot of people were down on De Los Santos, but we all knew he had talent. It was just a matter of dedication, and he came out and hey, he got a knockout. So I would love to see him get that rematch. That should be his next fight. It's a fight that isn't too tough, and it makes sense because it's the only guy who beat him. And then let's see where he moves on from his career after that. That's the way I see it. Let's see where he goes after that. And again, he's young enough where we can slowly move him forward, and he's in a deep enough division where he's gonna get his opportunities. Like, oh no, don't worry. Eventually, you're gonna get these fights that are at lightweight, you know. And by the way, Rayo Valenzuela. Let me go to the WBC rankings. Rayo Valenzuela. Hold on 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, he's ranked 12th in the WBC. So you know what that means? He just got knocked out in 3. So that means our guy, Edwin de los Santos, he's going to be ranked in the WBC after that. Yeah, let me screen share that in case anybody think I'm lying. So this was a big win, not only just because it was an upset, it was also a big win in terms of for the sanctioning bodies. Now he's getting ranked. Look, in the WBC, hold on. In the WBC, as you guys see here, in the WBC, look where Jose Valenzuela was ranked. 12. He was ranked 12. So Edwin de los Santos just knocked out the 12th rank. So he's going to be ahead of Michel Rivera in the rankings. I would assume so. If he just beat a guy who's higher ranked than him, ahead of Nakatani, you know. And let me see. I don't think Jose Valenzuela is ranked in any of the other sanctioning bodies, but let me double check. No. Let me check WBA. Because he was gonna fight. Jezreel Corrales, who's ranked number 2. No. So there you go. De Los Santos, he can either fight Jezreel Corrales next, who's ranked number 2 in the WBA. He could fight William Foster next, who beat him in his last fight. Or, if they want to match him tough, a guy like Isaac Cruz. I don't know, because they both on the same timeline, Isaac Cruz and Edwin Santos. I don't think, that fight is necessary. They're both very young. If I'm not mistaken, Isaac Cruz is 23 and Edwin de los Santos 22. I wouldn't match those guys in that early together, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Rio, that's coming. He said, need that De Los Santos interview now. Listen, I'm in communication with his team from before this fight. So he's coming on the show. Again, he just came off a training camp. He just came off a big win. He may be a little bit busy. So I'm going to try for this week. But if it doesn't happen this week, don't troll me in the comment section. Where's that De Los Santos interview? It's coming either this week, and if he can't this week because he's out celebrating or whatever, or he's taking a little bit of break, don't get too angry. We'll do it next week for sure. I just got to be in community. I just got to hit up his team again, and just to really set it, because it was set in the sense like, all right, the interview will happen, but not like, oh yeah, the interview will happen this date at this time. So it's coming. Don't worry about it, Rio. I know. Don't be one of those trolls, man. I'll get you the interview, man. It's coming. I'm the voice of Dominican boxing. I haven't disappointed you, Rio. I haven't disappointed you. I got Elvis Rodriguez, manager here. I got the Dominican Olympic coach here. I got Elvis Rodriguez and Michelle Rivera and Carlos Adames. I've never disappointed you, bro. Edwin de los Santos coming soon. Coming soon. Don't worry. Be patient. I want to build up the anticipation. I'm letting it marinate. You know what? I'm gonna interview De Los Santos when they announce Spence versus Crawford. How about that? The problem with Dominican boxing is lack of discipline. They need to stay away from the parties. I hope we get to see an elite Dominican champion one day, bro. It's coming soon, man. It's coming within a year. You might be seeing it in Hector Luis Garcia, man. Let's stop acting like he ain't dominate and drop a top 5 130 pounder in Colbert, and then immediately in his next fight fights the top 3 130-pound fighter and dominates him for 9 rounds. Like, let's not act like that ain't just happened. We may have a elite champion one already. So let's give my man Hector Luis Garcia his credit. Let's acknowledge him. You know what I'm saying? Hector Luis Garcia is a good fighter, man. Like, just because he's not the best trash talker or he's not in the hottest division, that doesn't mean that his accomplishments should be diminished. You dominate 2 top 5 fighters in your division, you got to get acknowledgement. And there's a possibility that you can be the elite fighter. We just have to see him in a little bit more. That's it. Yeah, I'm Mexican-American like Rayo. I'm for sure inform myself about De Los Santos. He got to be special. Well, actually, I'll correct you a little bit. Rayo was actually born in Mexico, but he moved to America, I believe, when he was like 8. So he actually is Mexican, not Mexican-American. But yeah, man, definitely do your research on De Los Santos and keep up with, more so than anything, follow him on Instagram. Everybody here, matter of fact, let me do that. Everybody here, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Edwin de los Santos, I believe he earned a follow from you guys on Instagram. So if you guys can just do that, follow him on Instagram. Hold on, I'm gonna screen share his Instagram. And that's it. That's all. And then you could comment, hey, not good, congratulations. Do whatever you gotta do, but be aware. Look, that's his Edwin_la_Granada. That's his Instagram. He only has 3,433 followers. Let's get that up, man. How many subscribe? I got 18 viewers. Can we get 18 more? Can we give him 18 more followers on Instagram? Edwin, I believe he earned it after that fantastic knockout. I believe he's earned it. Let's get this guy on the show, man. Let's get this guy on the show. Let's get his name up. Let's follow him. Tell your friend to tell a friend. Let's get his name up because he earned it. It's not like it's some charity shit and I got a vested interest. I'm his manager. I'm not his manager. I made no money off of him winning last night. Well, I'm lying because I did bet. But besides my bet, anybody could have bet. But my point is I had no vested interest in him. but he just knocked out one of the top prospects. You're watching this right now. I'm pretty sure you had Jose Valenzuela ranked very high in your prospect list. He just knocked him out in 3 rounds. I believe the energy you was giving towards Rayo, give that towards Edwin. Give him a follow on Instagram, which is free to do. I'm not asking you to donate money for him. If you want to send me a super chat, that's a totally different subject. You know what I'm saying? I think I earned it after my great prediction. But go follow him on Instagram, man. I don't think they cover. Oh, I guess. Oh, you said. I don't think Colbert would lose till he fought the best. Garcia is great. Yeah, man. It's Garcia. They slept on Garcia, man. They slept on Garcia. In terms of natural talent, De Los Santos to me is probably the most athletic Dominican out there. Yo, who's that? Rafael? You might be right. Listen, you may be right. And he can box. He can punch. He had fast hands. Honestly, it's between him and Elvis. I like Elvis' athletic ability, man. Elvis, the way he moves, he's like slick and you know, he got power in both hands, especially that right hook and that right uppercut. So I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. Oh shit, hold on. The link isn't working to call in, bro. Oh, hold on. I gotta get that fixed. My bad, fellas. Damn. Anybody who's trying to call in, just want to apologize. Hold on. All right. I put a new link in the chat, so if anybody wants to call in, damn, man. I wish I would have known that earlier. Let me pin this one then. This one. Let me. All right, so I pinned the new link to the top of the chat. That one should be working, but that was weird. I appreciate you telling me, King XL. La granada explotó anoche, dando cátedra de que la cámara se enfocó para ambos lados, no para un solo. There you go. My man said, yo, that because De Los Santos' nickname is the grenade. He was like, yo, the grenade exploded yesterday. Had the camera looking for both sides, not just one. Shout out to La Granada, Edwin De Los Santos, man. And I hope his follows went up after I told y'all to go, man. Go get that man a follow. Yeah, I saw it too. He gained 2 followers. So shout out whoever the 2 followers that went and followed him. Shout out to you. Who wins, Hector Garcia or Joe Cordina? Dominican versus Britain. Man, come on. You asking the wrong guy, man. You know I'm picking. And honestly, I'm not even being biased. I genuinely think Garcia would beat Cordina. Cordina got power, though. Cordina's a good fighter. But I don't think he's fucking. Honestly, the only person I could see beating Garcia at 130 is Shakur. And I'm not gonna dismiss Garcia's chances. I'm done doing that, bro. I look stupid. Yo, when the Colbert fight happened, I had never seen Garcia. I was like, man, this dude ain't beating Colbert. And I'm Dominican. I was just like, nah, but Colbert, I've been seeing Colbert since the amateur. I'm done doubting him, man. I'm done. Especially after that dominant performance on August 20th. Bro, they were so mad that they didn't even give him a post interview. Wow. Yeah, man. It's I bet you if Rayo would have won, they would have gave it to him. But it's all good. You know what? Yo, hold on. Alizon. Yo, Alizon. Don't worry. He gonna get his post-fight interview on the Broadway show. He gonna come on Taino Boxing Talk. He gonna come on this channel and he's gonna have a full hour interview with me. And so he's gonna be very, very comfortable on here. And he's gonna get his full interview on here, man. Don't worry. De Los Santos, all the love he wasn't getting on Fox, he gonna get it here, man. So does DR is, I'm assuming, so the DR is partying all week or what? I mean, I'm not out there, but that's a good point. It's a party every day. Ron Boy, what's going on, Slim? What's good, bro? You saw my man last night? You saw my man sleep Rayo? People trying to say that was a bad stoppage. Yo, Rayo would have got hurt, man. He couldn't keep him off of him. Now, if you telling me he got hurt, but he could keep him off of him, he couldn't keep him off of him. That was a good stoppage, man. I don't want to see Rayo get hurt. I'm glad that they stopped that fight because he would have got hurt bad. We got our first caller, man. Oh, hermano.
Yo, dímelo, dímelo. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. You know I'm good. My man just scored an upset. I just made 275 because I was a smart person and put my money down on Edwin de los Santos. So I'm doing very well. How did you look? How did you think about my man last night?
Man, bro, you cut off right now with the introduction. I want to say good morning first and foremost.
Thank you, thank you,
Chico, I already told you the last time that I love the consistency in what you're doing.
thank you.
You especially para el boxeo dominicano. I'm not Dominican, but I do support, most if not all Latino boxers in boxing. Anyway, man, my nerves, Chico, my nerves were eating me last night. Okay, so when I asked you last week, I said, educate me a little bit on this man because I know nothing about him. You told me a little something. Look out for him. This the one. This the one. This the one. Obviously, man, when I hear it from the outside looking in, I'm like, okay, he's got to tell me that, right? And then something at the weigh-in, something at the face-off, kind of, I don't know, man. I seen that look in him, and I seen that look. It almost looked like Rayo was kind of unsure of this guy, right? It was just something, right? And then, oh yeah, man, the first round, I said, oh, this shit is real.
Yeah,
This
man.
guy, this guy's the real deal. And hey, man, after the first, the first knockdown that Rayo caught him with, I was like, okay. It was just one of them flash, quick knockdowns. It really wasn't convincing to me. I seen what what's his name was doing, so it was like I seen what De Los Santos was doing, so I was like, damn, this man. I hope he gets back, bounces back from this because he was really doing his thing. And Chico, and then he drops him, and then
Yeah,
the ref is giving. You with me?
yeah, I'm here. I'm here. My bad. I thought you was done. That's why I was gonna go ahead. But go
Oh,
ahead.
listen. I'm gonna tell you where my nerves really kicked up at, man. Cuando lo tumbó, De Los Santos lo tumbó, the rest started giving what's his name, with the points and all that. I get it, but I was like, going, man, he's favoring him right now. This is the bullshit. I was already gonna start getting mad at boxing, man. Like this is the bullshit they do to the young prospect who's hot up and coming. They don't want to see him lose.
They
So, man, I
couldn't
was
take
like,
it from us. They couldn't
Chico,
take it from us. Yeah, my bad.
Chico, I'm telling you, too much motherfucking time. Like I get it, man. Yes, a point, but I was like, you know what? I gotta be fair. I gotta be fair. Let him get his time because if he's really the real deal, he's gonna do it again. And Konya, bro, oh yeah, like you said, they couldn't take it from you guys. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as that happened, bro, it was one of them things.
Yo,
I caught in.
everybody in the chat, and I'm including you. As soon as they stopped the fight, how quickly did I come to your mind? Because
Chico,
my Twitter, it fucking exploded as soon
Chico,
as the fight happened.
listen, I don't have social media, okay?
Yeah.
But as soon as you were on my mind as the fight was started, right? I was like, okay. And I told my lady, I said, my man, Broadway Joe, Dominican, told me about this. I was talking to my lady still on text, and he was like, oh, Rayo's going to be the next star. He was telling me as the shit was going on, he was like, Rayo's going to be, I asked him for his predictions. He was like, Rayo's going to be the next star. He's going to beat Rolly, Tank, la, 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 right? Etc. That's exactly his message. I said, I don't know, man. Look, my partner from la 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 la. I told him exactly what you told me. I said, but of course he's gonna say that. He's Dominican. LOL. That was my message. LOL. Because I was like, of course you're gonna say that. I said, but we'll see. I didn't really want to talk to him because it was just let me focus on the fight, and I was recording, sending him clips. He was at work. Chico, as soon as I seen that stoppage, as soon as I seen what the fuck I seen, I was like, I told my lady, I said, hold on, I'm gonna get on YouTube real quick. I'm gonna see if Broadway's on live. I
Yo,
said, I'm
bro,
calling
I
in.
would have went live. But I was at work. I was at work when it happened, so I couldn't go live. But man, my Twitter was like on fire. Yo, I would get 20 notifications. I would look at it, come back, 30 notifications, 20 DMs.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, people were blowing my shit up just because they knew. They were like,
Yeah.
yo, this dude called it. I predicted it.
You
Yo,
called it
listen,
perfect.
I'm at the right place at the right time making the right content. And
Yeah.
Edwin de los Santos interview coming soon. They didn't give my man a post-fight interview.
And that was
Cool.
bullshit. That was bullshit. Because if Rayo would have won in that way, you know what would have happened.
Oh
Oh
no, of
man,
course.
they would have been bending over, and worshiping this man. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. But hey, man, like you said, they can't take it from you guys, and you know what I'm saying. Hey, man, you could only try to do so much. What I do hope doesn't happen. And I'm sorry to cut you off, man, to be so passionate.
Now you good,
Pedro
man.
Caponia,
It's a
bro.
big night. It's a big
Hey,
night.
hey, man, it was big. As soon as that happened, I was barely putting the presidentes in the freezer, right? And I was like, I swear to you, I was barely putting them in there, and I was like, wow. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling
It
you,
was just,
man. It,
and you
it, it,
called it.
it,
You did call it.
I caught it, and I knew. And the thing is, I knew it was gonna happen. And you should have seen when I was talking on these Twitter Spaces how people were clowning me. And yo, listen, one of my guys, I ain't gonna mention his name. I want to. He's a friend of mine. He was like, "Yo, Rayo gonna get this guy out of there," and then
Is it Ness? Is it Ness?
no, it wasn't Ness.
Sorry. Okay, never mind. Even if it was, it don't matter.
It wasn't
It
Ness.
is.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Rayo gonna get this guy out of there, and he may fight Tank next. This is my exact response. Why would Tank fight somebody coming off a loss? And he was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Rayo's losing, bro. He's losing. He is not going to be able to handle that power. He gets hit too much. He can do that when you fight in lower level competition. But when you fighting guys that are punches, guys that are on your levels, guys that had extensive amateur careers, you're going to get your shit pushed in. And that's exactly what happened. When he dropped him, he thought like, all right, we're good now. Nah, my man, it's just not going to happen. He went and he got knocked out. And shout out to my man, De Los Santos, man. I'm really proud of him, and because he lost 2 fights ago, and a lot of people who were high on him threw him in the garbage that weren't hype on him anymore. And in 2 fights, he fought his last fight, he knocked out an undefeated fighter in 2 rounds. And in this fight, he knocks out another undefeated fighter in 3 rounds, one of the hottest prospects in boxing. So at some point, we got to put respect on my man's name. I hope he gets, and I hope his next fight is against William Foster, the guy who beat him, so he can get his win back and then move
a rematch. Chico, and this is where I was touching up on this topic the last time we talked, right?
Yeah.
And is he gonna get his respect? Oh yeah. He might. He's got to get it because Rayo was one of them. Hey man, in LA, I know people that was in LA when they were out there, right? All over this man. Rayo this, Rayo that, the whole thing. Benavides camp, all that, right? He's gonna get his respect, man. And nobody, hey man, everybody overlooked the Dominican and call it what it is. It was just that. Overlooked them like crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, and by the way, my man took this fight on 3 weeks' notice. You imagine he would have had a full training camp?
Oh man, first round.
First round, he would have got this guy out of there. He took this fight on 3 weeks' notice and knocked him out in 3. That's it. Right. Took him out of there. That easy work. That was easy. Man. To me, my man De Los Santos made a statement, man. And again, to me, that was the exclamation point of what happened August 20th. August 20th, we got crowned 2 champions. And they must have not got the memo that estos no son los dominicanos de antes, que se acabó el abuso. They didn't get that memo. So you know what? We just had to make an exclamation point. And Rayo was just, he just got caught in the crossfire. He picked the wrong Dominican and got his shit knocked out.
Yep.
So, and the next fighter who thinks that they just gonna pick a Dominican on short week notice, they gonna get knocked out too. That's it. Those days are over.
Yeah.
Start fighting people from other countries because Dominican, this era coming up is gonna be our era. We're gonna take over. That's it. Puerto Ricans, I don't know what happened. They only got 1 world champion. And
who is that?
A country that has a long history of great champions.
Okay? Who is that?
Puerto Ricans.
Sayas. No, I know. Who do they got? Sayas.
No, he's not a champion. I'm talking about the guy. I think he's a 115 pounder. Gonzalez. Gonzalez.
Okay.
They only have 1 world champion. So somebody gonna fill that hole. That Caribbean. Oh
yeah. I'm already knowing what you're saying, but this why I go back to it. Okay. That's why I'm passionate and I love. Hey man, I love to see you guys on top. Real shit. I have not one bit of motherfucking hate in my heart when it comes to Dominican boxers prospering. You know what I'm saying? And really making a statement because you guys have been underlooked for a long time in the Latino community.
Yo, bro, we were the butt of the joke for all these years, bro. The butt of the joke.
Real shit, Joe. But listen, my pops always told me, Santo Domingo es la otra ala. You know what I'm saying? The other wing to the motherfucking bird of the Latino, the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
The Caribbean movement. You know what
We
I'm saying? And it's
we gonna make a statement. We gonna make this statement.
hey man, you guys did make the statement, man. And real shit, what do you want next for him, man? I'll tell you what I want next for him. I don't want Cruz next. I really don't. Okay. Because then I'm torn down the middle again. You know what I'm saying? Those are two fighters.
Then we're gonna knock out another one of your Mexicans. It's all good. You don't want that to happen, XL. I know. But I don't think he fights Cruz next anyway.
I don't think so. I think
again, the fight that makes the most sense is William Foster. That's the fight that makes most sense. That's the guy who beat him. He wasn't in shape. They just rematch him. That's it. And let's see how that fight goes. The rematch happens, and then boom, you knock that guy out because he'll knock out William Foster. He just came in out of shape.
Right.
Knock that guy out, then boom, all right. And then you move on with your career. He's only 22 years old. We don't need to rush him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to throw him in against Tank right away.
No.
You know, let's take our time. He's 22. Get him 2-3 more fights. Let's see where he's at. Build him up. Let him get some rounds in, and then we throw him in.
Exactly.
In the deep end.
Hey, take your time with him. The way they do it, the way they were doing with Rayo, the way they were doing with everybody else that want to, And I'm not gonna say baby him, but because it's tough to baby a person who's made a statement the way he's made. You know what I'm saying? Call it what it is. It's very tough to baby him moving forward.
You know what fight I think is gonna be a big fight in
which one?
In 4 or 5 years. Not now, in 4 or 5 years.
I hate speaking that far. Speaking that far when it comes to boxing, but it's such a reality, bro. But go ahead.
Edwin de los Santos versus Keyshawn Davis.
Okay.
I think that's gonna be a big fight. Not now, but in 3-4 years.
3-4 years.
I think they moving Keyshawn Davis real fast. They throwing him in fast. And if they're gonna throw him in fast, I know that's across the street. Keyshawn Davis is with Top Rank, De Los Santos is with PBC, but eventually, I don't know why. I just think they're gonna cross roads. And I listen, man. De Los Santos got a way better win than Davis, and Davis gets hit. Davis is not super slick with his defense, so he's gonna get hit with some hard shots. So I'm looking forward to where his future goes. Again, he's in a hot division currently. So if they do want to move him fast, there's opportunities out there for him. So I'm looking forward to where they go with his career.
Right. Hey man, I'm excited to see the future. I really am. Keyshawn Davis, it's gonna have to be that conversation moving forward. The best versus the best, the top guys against the top guys. But is it gonna happen? Man, I hate to say it, bro. Like it's almost like that having the same conversation about Crawford versus Spence. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm over that conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. That's why I said, and I didn't want to cut you off, but I said I hate looking or speaking on the future with boxing, but it's such a reality, man, because of so many issues, man. You know what I mean? The promotions, cross promotions, and the whole 9 yards. You're more educated than I am about that. You know what I'm saying? But man, the sky is the ceiling for this man. You know what I'm saying? Don't know if I'm saying that term right, but you know what I mean?
Sky's the limit.
There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? But it's real shit, man. I'm excited to see what happens. To see what happens.
I appreciate it. Yo, XL, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. You're a welcome guest here. You definitely an ally. I know you're not Dominican, but you're definitely a Dominican ally. So I appreciate you supporting and calling in. And
Chico
definitely had me in my. I know you definitely had me in your mind when you saw that knockout. So I definitely appreciate that.
Right away, man. And I want to ask you something.
What's up?
And I don't want to move off of De Los Santos. I really, because it's hey man, whenever you're ready to do so, you're gonna do so, right? But I gotta ask before I get up out of here. Ortiz and Ruiz. Fuck, I really want to ask you, what do you see next for Cruz? And we can answer that real quick and then move to the main event.
Cruz, I don't know what he's doing with his career, man. He had a close fight with Tank. He gained a lot of buzz, and after that, he fought Gamboa, and then this Ramirez
Oh
guy.
fuck, he did Gamble so bad.
I don't know why his level of competition I'm not a fan of. And then so I don't know where he goes. Either he fights Tank in a rematch, or he fights.
He caught out Devin Haney. He caught out Devin Haney at the end of the
But
fight.
he's not getting Devin Haney.
He's not getting Devin Haney.
Maybe Michelle Rivera. Listen, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know where they're going in his career. As far as Ruiz Ortiz, I thought it was a bit of a boring fight.
Really?
Yeah, and listen, if Ortiz was 5, 6, 7 years younger, and I don't know if you remember, I said that.
Yep.
He would have knocked out Ruiz, but that's not the case. The fight didn't happen 7, 8 years ago.
No.
So
no.
Yeah, Ruiz got the win. He was a younger, fresher fighter, and he dropped him 3 times. And I thought he won. I thought he won the decision. I thought it was a good decision.
Yeah. I didn't argue that at all. I was going on the second round when they dropped him twice. I was like, "Fuck, not this early." You know what I'm saying? Not this early. Don't go out this early. You know what I mean? He made it all the way. I felt kind of good. What do you see next for both guys?
Well, Ortiz, I hope he retires, and Ruiz
straight up.
Yeah, and Ruiz, I think he fights Wilder next. After let's say Wilder beats Helenius, I think that's the next fight.
Yeah, it had. Man, I got Wilder on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
That's not even a question. But damn, bro, hey man, I appreciate your boxing sense, your knowledge. I appreciate what you're doing for the community. I tell you, and I keep telling you. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, don't give up on what you're doing, man, because it's, man, you know what I'm saying? It's necessary. You know what I mean? It's needed.
I appreciate that, man. I definitely won't give this up. Shout out to my man XL for calling in and showing me all that love. He's definitely a good dude. If anybody else wants to call in, click that link at the top of the chat. I'm not going to be on here for too much longer, but click that link at the top of the chat, and we'll have a conversation. My man, I got hit to draw when he went into Boxing Voice. I'm Puerto Rican, but I support Domi/Latino boxing and boxing in general. Good stuff, Papa. I appreciate that, Freddie. I definitely went on the Boxing Voice, and I definitely felt like I made an impression, man. I gained a lot of subscribers and a lot of followers off that TBV interview. You know what's funny? I was gonna head out there. I was gonna be out there. When was it? Again. But when I hit Nesta up, he wasn't in Vegas because I was heading to Vegas. There was a possibility I was going to go to Vegas, but he told me that he's going to be in Florida, that he's not going to be in Vegas while I'm out there. So I was like, all right, never mind, but I'm going to try to have Nesta on my show. I went on his show. I hope to get him on my show. C Math, what's going on, my Haitian brother?
Yo, your man's punched fire out that nigga, B.
I told you. I don't know if you were listening. I was telling everybody who would listen. I told them.
Yo, bro, that dude's a serious player, bro. Because Rayo usually be doing that to people. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even see the second knockdown punch. Rayo landed a left hand to the head, bro. He fall down. Was it a right hook or a straight left hand?
I think it was a right hook.
Was it right hook?
Yeah.
Nigga, bro, this nigga punched the shit out this nigga. I was like, oh shit, this nigga's really nice. Cause he kind of gives me similar vibes to Elvis Rodriguez, big puncher, but actually could box a bit.
Yeah.
Jesus, my nigga, I'm looking at this shit because, yo, Sanford, Luka Sampson said, yo, I'm confident that, yo, we gonna knock this kid out. He said he was confident.
Yeah, no, bro. Everybody who I called and spoke with, that's exactly what they told me. Every Dominican I spoke with told me that. Yo, bro, I'm confident he's gonna win. I'm like, that. The way they were talking had me so confident that I was like, you know what? If that many Dominicans are that confident, I'm gonna be that confident. That's why I was on my show and I was talking shit. I was like, hey man, I did my research as far as seeing the fights, and I did my research.
You talking nasty yesterday. You was talking that uncontrollable greasy shit. I loved it.
Yeah, but because the reason I was talking that greasy is because I had the research. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was just talking just to talk. I did the research behind it. So I was like, all right, I could talk confident because I know it's gonna happen. And that's exactly what happened. He knocked him out.
But where is that dude from, De Los Santos from? Like, yeah, I never heard of him in the amateurs or anything. Like, why he that nice and nobody had never heard of him?
I don't know. He did have an extensive amateur career. He had a 200, 300 amateur fights. He never won anything there. Like, he never won no gold medals, no Pan American games, or nothing like that. So maybe that's why. But
It probably because sometimes in those countries like Russia, America, and everywhere else, they have their favorites. That don't necessarily mean that they be the nicest. Like, for example, probably in Cuba, there's probably a motherfucker that was better than Lorenzo Aragon, but he was the guy who was already just holding the flag for Cuba around that time in the mid '90s going into the early 2000s. So it's probably that. But like, yo, dog, he made that shit look easy, bro.
Because he made it look easy. Made it look easy.
Yo, bro,
I just went to his box record. He don't got no amateur records and like they don't show nothing, unfortunately. But go ahead, my bad. You were saying?
Yeah, bro, he did get knocked down though. I said, like, damn, like Rayo can punch. We got to give him that. Rayo can punch.
Yeah, no. The thing is, he got knocked down, and what I liked about it is like 20 seconds later, he not only drops Rayo, he dropped him hard. That dude was hurt. He was really hurt when he got dropped. That referee, unfortunately hit him while he was down, so he got a bunch of extra time to recover. But had he not had that extra time, he would have been gone then.
He probably got put to sleep.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, his only loss was to a guy who was actually pretty good, bro.
Yeah, my man Michael Bro, shout out to Lil Bro, says, I thought Elvis had the most power out of the Dominicans, bro. But I think Edwin said, hold my beer. I honestly think he has the most power. Just based off the conversations I had and just based off who he knocked out and how he knocked them out, honestly, I think he may have the most power out of most Dominicans. Yo, he was, when that first round, when he was pumping that jab and I saw Rayo's face looked like he got hit with a fucking cannon, I was like, oh no, it's done. But yo, guys,
yeah.
Actually, I gotta run. My bad, guys. I shout out to Math. Yo, my bad. I gotta cut you short. Yeah, I gotta run. But yo, guys, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Peace, man.